Alright, so I'm here with the Smackdown review. I'm just going to get right into the review here. To start off the show, we have Cesaro defeating Kofi Kingston. Pretty good match here, no complaints. I think they should have made it go a little bit longer though. I mean, I think you could have got a really good match out of this. I mean, these two people just, like Kofi Kingston's high-flying ability, makes for some good spots with Cesaro. So I think if you would have gave this match like 10 or 15 minutes, it could have been a very good match. Because these two guys just mesh well together, and even in the short time they got, the 5 minutes about is what it was, they still put on a pretty decent match here, pretty enjoyable match. You know, not anything great or anything, but yeah, no complaints here really to start off the show. So yeah, a good short match here. Yeah, not anything special, but you know, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. And we get the Shield coming out, cutting a promo. It was alright. Thought it could have been better. They've cut some better promos in the past. This one was okay. The thing I hated about this is they just kept reiterating what the point of the match was. And you know, like, oh, it's 3-on-3 elimination. Elimination no holds barred match. Like, oh, we're gonna use kendo sticks and chairs and tables and we're gonna eliminate people. It's like, no shit. I mean, that's the point of the match, isn't it? So yeah, they just kept talking about that, and it really got me thinking. You know, this elimination no holds barred match. I mean, what's the point? Because once somebody gets eliminated, they just keep on fighting because it's no holds barred. So it's pretty much pointless making it an elimination match, sort of. I mean, it's sort of, you shouldn't even make it an elimination match. I mean, it's sort of a stupid concept because they're not really eliminated. Because, I mean, they've gotten pinned, so I guess it sort of makes sense. Like, the first one to get 3 pinfalls wins. They're talking, oh, Orton, you're going to be walking to the back, when it's like, that's not even the rules because it's no holds barred. So, you know, sort of a stupid concept, but it'll work because I guess first team to get all 3 of their guys pinned or tap out or whatever wins. Then we get Paige defeating Tamina. Very boring match here. Did not like it. Very bored throughout this match. Alicia Fox decided to waltz right on out there. I'm sure people are just, you know, going crazy. Oh, it's Alicia Fox going crazy again. You know, she's just walking around the ring now, you know, doing nothing. And I mean, they just kept putting the camera on her. It's like, there's a fucking match going on, guys, and Alicia Fox comes out and like the camera's on her for like half the fucking match. I mean, that was ridiculous. You know, she's like, you know, pouring Coke bottles over her head, and people are saying this is great. You know, I don't get it. This isn't working for me with Alicia Fox. You know, just, she's acting like a little child who is not getting what she wants. And it's not entertaining, guys. I mean, you could think of more sophisticated shit than this creative team. I mean, I guess it's better than what it was. You know, it's slightly better than what she was doing because it's something different and new. But it's not anything to get all worked up about. Yeah, and this match was boring though. Then we get Bo Dallas defeating Xavier Woods. Mediocre match here. I mean, 2 guys who I really don't like, especially Xavier Woods. Cannot stand that guy. He is so fucking annoying. I mean, I'm glad he didn't succeed in WWE. You know, I'm not saying I hate Xavier Woods, but he's just so annoying. I don't want him in WWE. And for Bo Dallas, I mean, it's not working for me, this character. You know, he's like an inspirational speaker, you know. And like, it's just the same shtick now for like the past week or 2. He's been doing the same shit. Seriously, he gets like 1 move in at the start, and then he runs and he's like, yes, I got 1 move in. And then after the match, he runs around the ring like a fucking idiot, and he shakes this person's hand. And it seems like he's supposed to be a heel, but then he shakes the guy's hand, and it's like, is he a face? Is he a heel? I don't fucking know. We should know if he's a heel or face. So he has no direction in his character. It's a goofy character, you know, like sportsmanshipy character. You know, it just doesn't work as a heel or face, because if he's a face, that is like the most generic, you know, retarded, like good sportsmanship baby face. It's stupid, you know, it's too PG almost. And then if you make him a heel, it doesn't make sense because he's supposed to be a bad guy, but he's being a good sport. So I mean, that's just a stupid character, I think. Then we get we get El Torito defeating. Here we go again, Jinder Mahal. If they haven't learned from Monday, I mean, if you were on Twitter, which I was, I saw all the comments, negative comments about this match with El Torito defeating, I think he defeated McIntyre, Drew McIntyre. I saw a lot of negative comments. I think they even graded this an F on Bleacher Report. Raw grades, Bleacher Report grades Raw, and they're usually pretty positive about Raw. It's a lot more positive than I am. And they graded, I've never seen them grade anything in F, I don't think. Not that I can remember, at least. But they graded this enough. I believe they did. I cannot say for sure, but I think they did. If they didn't, I think they graded it very low, I believe. But I mean, come on. Were you fucking listening to the fans ranting on this shit on Monday? Oh yeah, Vince McMahon. Yeah, I saw all these fans getting mad at me, you know, talking bad about this match on Monday. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, they're really hindering Jinder. You know, I see sometimes don't hinder Jinder. Well, they're fucking hindering him. Losing to a fucking bull. I mean, you can't get any lower than that. There's no hope for 3MB. Losing to this whole gimmick's a fucking weird gimmick. It's a failure. They haven't won. Like, I think they've won one match. I remember them winning one match, and they're like, and JBL's like, Barry Horowitz is you know, risen from his grave, or like moved in his grave or something like that. And he's not even dead yet. So it's just very, very frustrating when you see shit like this, though. Like, I just get so frustrated when you see like a 2-foot bull beating these guys who aren't horrible. It's not like they're horrible. You know, they're not. I'm not fans of them because they're in such a shitty gimmick. You can't. It's hard to tell if they're talented or not. You know. I feel bad for these guys though. You know. Forced to dress up as fucking like singers. They're like the joke of WWE. You know, every week they come out and fucking lose and make fools of themselves, losing to 2-foot bulls. I mean, I feel bad for these three guys. And it's not like, again, it's like not like they're horrible. You know, it's not like they're wrestling like horrible, like Mark Henry bad wrestling or Big Show bad wrestling. But it's not like they're great. They're like probably somewhere in the middle. But again, it's hard to tell because they're in such a shitty gimmick. So that sucked. Then we get Sheamus defeating Bad News Barrett. Match was pretty good, and again, Bad News Barrett putting on a good match here. So gotta give credit to, you know, Bad News and Sheamus too, for you know, since Sheamus was a part of the match, gotta give him some credit. And Bad News Barrett, he's been wrestling probably one of the best wrestlers over the past month. I remember he was in some really good matches in that IC belt, not really good matches, but just had a lot of good matches in that IC title tournament. Had a good match. I believe the match he had at Extreme Rules was also a good match with Big E. Yeah, I mean, he's wrestled some good matches over the past month. And then we get Big E Langston defeating Titus O'Neil. This is like a minute long. Yeah, how about Titus O'Neil? Yeah, you know, he broke up from Darren Young. A lot of people, or I see some people were happy that Titus is finally going to get his little bit of a push, maybe, you know. No, I don't even think he's won a fucking match since he beat Titus Young, since Darren Young at I think an Elimination Chamber. He beat him or something like that. Royal Rumble, some pay-per-view, early 2014. And then we're like, oh, good, he's gonna get a push now, maybe. But no, I don't even think he's won one fucking match since then. Serious, I don't even think he has. It's a fucking shame. You know, they just waste, you know, this whole fucking feud. You know, you think, oh, here we go, something good for Titus O'Neil. No, fucking jobbing out to every fucking person's face, I think. Then we get Adam Rose defeating Jack Swagger. You know, a really goofy match here. You get Adam Rose like jumping into Jack Swagger's hands like a fucking baby. You know, like at the end, like I was just like, I laughed a little bit. Like, I don't know why. You know, it's just funny though, like, how stupid I don't even know why I'm fucking laughing at it. I mean, it's so fucking goofy. You know, like, when Adam Rose just kept running, like, into the ring, and then Jack Swagger went out, and then he went in, he went out, you know, I'm like, like, I mean, I guess it was, like, a bit funny, like, I found it a bit funny at the end, but, like, overall, this was just so fucking goofy. So fucking goofy. I mean, the whole match was, like, centered around goofiness, and it was bad. Just bad. I will give credit, though, to Adam Rose. Did have a pretty cool pinning combination there at the end, where he pinned Jack Swagger. That was about the only good part of the fucking match, though. Then to end the show, we get Bray Wyatt defeating one of the Usos for the in a last man standing match. What a fucking shitty last man standing match this was. No chairs. No chairs, I don't think. Yeah, we didn't have one chair. Tables? No. No ladders, which I mean, I wouldn't have expected anyway, but at least a chair or something, you know, some weapon. Didn't even use a fucking weapon. I mean, I think every move that they did during the match was legal, would have been legal during a regular match. Maybe they would have gotten counted out, but they didn't do any illegal moves. The only thing that was illegal is when at the end they started brawling or something. You know, with the Usos started brawling with the one Uso started brawling with the Wyatt family. So, and then Bray Wyatt, yeah, he won. But like, this was just so shitty. I was expecting like hardcore shit here. I mean, last man standing match is supposed to be, you know, extreme, hardcore, weapons, chairs, tables, you know, whatever. But there was nothing. And just a bad way to go, you know, to leave off the show. I mean, you should have done some good shit in this last man standing match to get you hyped up for the actual last man standing match at Payback. But no, they don't do that. So, I mean, overall, the show had, what, 2 good matches, I think, Kofi and Cesaro. Of course, Cesaro puts on another good match, you know. Cesaro, what a fucking underused talent he is, wrestling for the United States title. You know, like, Heyman was like, oh, Sheamus is not a legit champion because he's from, I gotta call Heyman out on this. Even though I love Paul Heyman, I got his t-shirt somewhere. Heyman's like, oh, Sheamus isn't a legit U.S. Champion because he's from Ireland. Well, Cesaro's from Switzerland, so, you know, technically he doesn't count either, you know. So, I gotta call you out, Paulie, but sorry about that, Paul Heyman, but yeah, I just gotta call you out on that. Or maybe it was one of the fucking creative people who made that up. Probably was. You know, fucking creative, fucking tards and creative. You know, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. But whoever made that up, shame on you. But yeah, overall this show, you know, typical Smackdown, typical WWE show. I mean, had a couple of good things, but overall, pretty bad. Not horrible, you know. Did enjoy some parts, but as a whole, not a good show tonight. Would have, you know, one or two more good things on this show. You know, I might have called it a decent or good show, but yeah, just lacked, you know, a really good thing that stood out. I mean, they had a couple of good matches, but, you know, Bad News Barrett, Sheamus was also a pretty good match, but nothing that really stood out and caught me, you know, as something that was very good or great, you know. Needed some more good shit, you know, but not horrible, but not good either. Pretty, it was below average. So, SmackDown, I'll give it, what, 3.5 maybe, 3.75 out of 10 stars, I guess. I don't usually rate the shows, but there you go, there's a fucking rating. Maybe I'll start rating the shows from now on. So, 3.75 out of 10 stars. So, there you go, people.